amateur theatre is so important. I mean, it's obviously a passion of yours.
Well, theatre's always been a passion of mine, but I think it's not just the theatre that makes amateur dramatics so important and so essential. It's the community. It's a lot of groups are community-based. It brings the youngsters in, not as many as should be, unfortunately, but it gives youngsters and adults as well the opportunity to, it's real jargon, transferable skills. You know, they get involved with production, they get involved with talking to the public, they get involved with publicity, they get involved with committees. All of that sort of thing is important in outside life, not just within the theatre. But it's also a sense of belonging. You can have so much fun with amateur theatre, and it's not expensive. You know, some groups you don't even pay to join. Some groups, you have a joining fee. Some groups you contribute to rehearsal rooms. But most of the time, when you compare it, go down the pub and spend a couple of pints or a couple of glasses of wine, it can get you through 3 or 4 weeks of amateur theatre.
It's a fantastic way to meet people and to do something.
Exactly. I mean, I've just come back from holiday with some friends, and they met through amateur theatre.
Oh.
If it hadn't been for theatre, they wouldn't be together now. You know, it is a way not just of meeting people that you can have a relationship with, but meeting people that become friends. I mean, that's how I met them, and we became friends. There's so much that goes on with amateur theatre. And some of the bigger groups, especially here in London, they have their own, their own social life outside of the theatre. I know of one group, South London Theatre, they've got their own bar. They're in a converted fire station. They have their own bar.
I'd like to become a member of that group, I think.
Oh, it's a great group. It really is good. There's a good plug for you if you're in London, South London. And they have their own bar, reduced rates. They run the bar themselves, volunteers. They have social evenings in there. They have barbecues. It's amazing. And it's just like this massive, great big family that are brought together through theatre, and everything else goes on as well.
Amazing.
What's not to like about it?
I mean, that's a really good word, I think, for amateur theatre. It is a family in a sense where everyone becomes very, very close. Say if at the moment you're not a member of a family and you really, really want to get involved with amateur theatre, what would be your advice for someone looking to join a group to begin with and kind of get on that first ladder, so to speak?
Be prepared to do anything. You are not the best actors and actresses in the world. Do not generally walk into a group and get a prime role. Men have more of a chance than women. It's a standard thing within amateur theatre. There's a great shortage of men. So if you're a man out there, I know groups will bite your hand off, but be prepared to work behind the scenes. Be prepared to paint sets. Be prepared to sell tickets. Be prepared to sit on the front desk. Be prepared to do that sort of thing. Don't expect that to go in and go, well, I want to act, and that's all you're going to do. It's not. It is an effort all the way round. And when you are lucky enough to get an acting role, don't forget there are people working behind the scenes and that they could do with some help and some support.
Yeah.
You know, and I think it's important. A lot of people forget that. A lot of people just go, oh, I'm wonderful, darling, and are on stage and oh, they're such a lovey. And they forget that, you know, people have got to light them, people have got to sound them, people have got to dress them, set them. The whole thing, it's everything. And that's how you get the best out of amateur theatre, is to get involved in everything.
And there's some fantastic actors, sometimes doing, stage management or doing your makeup.
Exactly.
Next show, you can be the one doing that.
Exactly. I mean, I've gone from acting to directing, and I had a wonderful backhanded compliment for a friend who said, as an actor, I think you're a wonderful director. So I shall take the part where I'm a good director, but you don't have to go into directing, and you don't actually ever have to get on stage if you don't want to. And that's important for people to realise that you can get involved with, say, lighting, and sit in a lighting box for the rest of your life and have great fun playing with the lighting.
Be creative.
And be creative and never have to put a foot on stage. Some groups, when they do pantomime, will want chorus. So if you don't really know if you want to go on stage or not, go on and wander backwards and forwards in costume. You might not say anything, but you'll get to get up there. And you'll see whether you like it or not.
So it's a fantastic opportunity to try lots of different things.
Exactly.